There are questions about the almost 150 thermal cameras the Baldwin County Board of Education installed in schools to monitor students' temperatures during the coronavirus pandemic. Bill Riles investigates after an independent video surveillance industry group issued a report about the effectiveness of those cameras.
Baldwin County Public Schools spent about $1 million to buy 144 thermal cameras to check students for fever. The vendor claimed the cameras could check 30 students a second, but an independent industry organization says those cameras may not be as effective as school leaders think.
And we don't believe that it's technically possible to take many measurements at once that are at the same time useful and accurate measurements.
IPVM tests and reports on surveillance products worldwide. The group produced the report critical of the school system's purchase and use of the cameras.
If the school plans to use these cameras to screen many people at once, then they're in violation of FDA guidelines.
Those guidelines call for temperatures to be checked one person at a time. IPVM also says the cameras won't be effective at measuring temperatures and perhaps missing many fevers because the school system did not purchase what's known as a black body device to go with them. That would have added thousands to the cost of each camera. In layman's terms, the black body device provides a reference temperature for the camera.
This is a known 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. And so now the camera can make a decision based on how hot or cold a object is compared to that.
But the chief financial officer for the school system says they never intended to buy that device or follow FDA guidelines.
We're not looking for that. We're just looking for an early warning system that will allow us to identify the children or employees that may have above normal temperatures, so then we can move forward with individual screenings.
IPVM also raised an issue with the type of camera being used, made by a Chinese company, Hikvision, which is controlled by the Chinese government. The products of the company have been banned for use by U.S. government branches. Wilson says the brand doesn't matter.
Again, we're not a federal agency. I've got no access to the DoD blacklist. It's not something that I check. We also didn't use federal funds to pay for these cameras.
Wilson says they relied on the vendor, Hunter Security, to get the equipment and install it. That was done with a no-bid process because they say the cameras are also being used for other surveillance functions that they would not go into detail about. Because of that, the deal is exempt from state bidding laws.
Unfortunately, I can't really go much into details around that. Safety and security with our employees and our staff is really not something that we want to talk about in a public forum.
We contacted Hunter Security for their reaction to the report, but we haven't heard back. And Bill is going to let us know as soon as he does.